Hello, this is Jennifer with Women Loving Jesus, and today we're on Proverbs 14:4, where no oxen are, the trough is clean, but much increase comes by the strength of an ox. Looking at this verse, we can see that basically it says that if you don't have the oxen there, you don't have to worry about cleaning up after it, feeding it, watering it, but you're missing out on a lot of benefits that the ox give you. So back centuries ago, years ago, there was no electricity, machinery, and so you relied a lot upon different animals to help you throughout the day, either with your work or just with your family. So I thought I would break down a little bit about some of the work that was provided from ox, because we probably don't realize that now because we don't see people using them. But first of all, ox are just adult cattle, male cattle, that have been castrated to reduce aggression. And through that, they have a lot of different functions. And there may be even some that I'm not listing because they're built so strong. There's several things they can do. First of all, they can plow your fields. They can transport you, tie up a wagon and you have transportation. They can thresh grain. They can power machinery, so they would attach them to some type of machinery and have them pull it, push it, and would provide some work that way. Irrigation for crops and field. Logging, they could pull logs down, pull them away, work through clearing woods. They provide free fertilizer for your field and your garden through the manure. And then we have availability to eat it with beef. So a lot of times what they would do when the oxen got older and they weren't as strong, they would just fatten them up and then you'd eat them and you would have some food for a little bit. So after I told you all those benefits of the oxen, they're saying basically all you have to do is make sure they have water, food, and you clean up the manure. But then I just listed a ton of other things that they could do. And maybe they're not doing all of it, but even some of the things that they were available for was very beneficial for you. In a time with no cars, transportation, where you didn't have to walk yourself and carry things to the market or carry things back from the market, would have been very beneficial. Plowing your fields instead of you doing it yourself would have been very beneficial. The grain, if you had some type of irrigation you needed, machinery, the manure for the fields, the beef, the food itself. So we're talking about very beneficial to have these items. To translate it more into today's terms is, I think, and we've talked a little bit about this, is our society has placed the success of, if it's quick and easy, it's the best thing available, and ignoring some of the benefits as if it's not quick and easy. And one of the things that I just am reminded of is just food and cooking. I realize there are people who, they're raised on you go to fast food every day, you don't know how to cook. Unless you happen to buy a microwave meal and you put it in the microwave. But cooking food versus going to fast food has its benefits too. Some people really believe that going out to eat all the time is cheaper than cooking, which is false. You can cook cheaper than eating out. You can also actually cook quicker than eating out in certain situations if you plan it. And people don't realize that either. But some of the benefits of cooking versus eating out all the time is, first of all, it is healthier for us. I think we realize, if we've had fast food every day for a month versus cooking something for ourselves, it is healthier on a lot of different benefits. It is cheaper. People don't realize this, even with rewards and systems and dollar menus and things like that. You can actually, a bag of rice and beans is way cheaper and could last longer than a value meal. You're getting more nutrition if you cook it yourself. Sometimes some of the things you're eating out with really have no nutritional value at all in them. And then it tastes better a lot of times. And in certain instances, it can be quicker. A lot of people, if you actually prepare, it doesn't take that long. It is true that you can go out on a Friday night sometime to a specific restaurant. You're waiting 2 hours to just get your table, an hour to get your food, and within 3 hours, you could have cooked a meal. Now, this isn't to say those who eat out, shaming you and you should never do it. And maybe this is your hobby and you like to do it. But I just want to point out sometimes in our society, and this proverb is really saying people think the quick, easy way is so much better. And we're forgetting all the benefits as if you take a little bit time. Even if it took you 15 more minutes to cook, some of the benefits you would have would outweigh that extra 15 minutes. And we've forgotten about that. So I pray that the Spirit of the Lord with this scripture today has encouraged you.